Maya used to think she was lazy, not the obvious kind. She showed up to work, answered messages, paid bills, kept promises, but the kind of tired that made everything feel heavy. The kind where even things she once loved now felt like chores. Every morning, she stared at her to-do list, waiting for motivation to arrive. It didn't. Instead, there was resistance. Projects she once cared about gathered dust. And the worst part wasn't the tiredness. It was the voice in her head saying, "You're getting lazy." Other people pushed through. If you really wanted this, you'd try harder. So she did what she was taught to do. She drank more coffee. She listened to productivity podcasts. She told herself she'd get it together tomorrow. But tomorrow kept arriving, and she felt just as drained. Not sleepy, not bored, just overwhelmed in a quiet way. One evening, Maya sat alone on her couch, scrolling past videos of people waking up at 5 a.m., grinding, hustling, optimizing every second of their lives. Instead of feeling inspired, she felt smaller. That night, she didn't make a plan. She didn't journal. She didn't push. She just sat there, exhausted, not from doing too little, but from carrying too much for too long. The next day, Maya met an old colleague for coffee. They talked about work, life, the usual things. At one point, Maya admitted quietly, "I feel like I've lost my drive. I can't get myself to care the way I used to." Her colleague didn't tell her to push harder, didn't offer advice. She just said, "You know, when I felt like that, it turned out my nervous system was exhausted, not my ambition." Maya frowned. "What does that mean?" "It means your body doesn't feel safe enough to dream right now, so it's conserving energy." That sentence landed differently, and that's when a thought surfaced. What if I'm not unmotivated? What if I'm just not at peace? Maya went home and paid attention. She noticed how tense her shoulders were, how shallow her breathing had become, how every task felt urgent, even the small ones. She realized she hadn't truly rested in months. Not real rest. Not the kind where your body feels allowed to stop. She had only been recovering enough to keep going. And suddenly, it made sense. Motivation had never disappeared. It was buried under constant alertness, under pressure, under the belief that rest had to be earned. Instead of forcing herself to get back on track, Maya tried something unfamiliar. She slowed down. She started her mornings without her phone. She worked in shorter blocks. She stopped apologizing for needing breaks. Some days, she did very little. And strangely, nothing fell apart. The world didn't punish her. Her worth didn't vanish. Her life didn't collapse. What did happen was quieter. Her breathing softened. Her thoughts stopped racing. Her body began to trust that it wasn't constantly behind. And slowly, not dramatically, something returned. Curiosity, ideas, a gentle desire to create again. Not fueled by panic, not driven by fear, but by calm. Maya understood something important then. Motivation doesn't thrive in chaos. It grows in safety. When your nervous system is overwhelmed, your body isn't being lazy, it's protecting you. And pushing harder only deepens the exhaustion. One afternoon, while working peacefully for the first time in a long while, Maya smiled to herself. Not because everything was perfect, not because she had suddenly become productive again, but because she finally stopped fighting herself. She stopped treating her exhaustion like a flaw. She stopped confusing urgency with purpose. She chose peace first. And from that peace, motivation returned on its own. Quiet reflection. If you're struggling to start, to focus, to care. It may not be a lack of discipline. It may not be a lack of ambition. It may be a nervous system asking for rest. You don't need to hustle your way back to yourself. You don't need to shame yourself into progress. Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is create enough peace for your energy to feel safe again. Because motivation doesn't come from pressure. It comes from permission. And maybe you were never lazy at all.